I have the pleasure of sitting down with someone who doesn't really need introduction, I don't think, Mr. Mike Mangas here today.
Well, the pleasure is all mine, Leah. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Mike and I have been chatting for the last couple minutes, and he wants to tell me his life's boring, but I am not believing him so much. So, do you ever use AI, Mike? Have you ever?
I have.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you ever
I know
done
how
a
to do
deep
that.
dive on AI?
No, not a deep dive, but I have
Okay.
used it before.
I did I had AI. I was like, can you do a deep dive on Mike Mangas for
Oh
me?
my gosh.
So I got to do some.
Okay.
There's nothing deep, like nothing, like not in a bad way, like in a great way. There's all good things. So
It's
you've
just
been on the air for like
40. Okay, so you know better than I do.
Well, I was
For-
surprised. I didn't know you had been in sports
Oh yeah.
for quite a while.
Oh yeah, for close to half the time.
Does that feel like a past life?
No, it's one that I sometimes long for, given some of the news stories that we have.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What brought you into news? Like what is that story?
I started out as a child. I
I was born.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I always wanted to. Well, I was the sports editor of our high school newspaper, Shasta High. Go Wolves, by the way.
Love it. I love
I was
it.
the sports editor of the yearbook,
Okay.
the Daisy. Then I went to Fresno State. I believe
Oh.
it had and probably still has a really great reputation as a journalism school. So
Okay.
as a freshman, I went to Fresno State. But when I got there, all the journalism classes were filled with upperclassmen. But there was an opening in the broadcast class. I said, okay, I'll try that. Then I go, hey, that's kind of fun. So I have always wanted to tell stories, but I kind of shifted gears from writing
Writing the paper,
on
telling the
paper,
news that way.
yeah, to more visual and more speaking and audio and video and all that. But back then, it was literally Channel 7. It was film. So.
Yeah.
So anyway, after the first year at Fresno State, it was too flat, so I came back home.
It is very flat down there.
and went to Chico State. So I'm 1/4 Fresno State Bulldog and 3/4 Chico State Wildcat. While I was at Chico State, and I'm a big sports fan, so I've always been really into sports.
What's your favorite? Did you have a certain sport?
Baseball. I love
Baseball.
baseball, yes.
Okay. I love it.
While I was at Chico State, I just honestly walked into the door at Channel 7, which was located on Pioneer Drive back in the day, and said, hey, I'd like to help. I'd like to learn. And so they didn't refuse me free labor.
They said yes.
Yeah. So I was living in Chico, going to Chico State, but I would shoot sports down there of the schools, Chico High, Pleasant Valley, Butte College, Chico State.
Yeah.
But I would shoot it on film. And I tell the young reporters at work, there's a saying called film at 11. And
Yeah.
it really meant something then because I would shoot things on film, literally put it on the Greyhound bus that went from from Chico to Redding. And it would come up here, and then we had a processor, and then they would process the film. So a lot of times, the saying was, here's the story, we'll tell you about it, and then we'll have film at 11. That was really true.
I know, I think some of us hear that, and we don't even actually know what that means. It's like a wives' tale or something.
Yeah. No, it was a real thing.
So you did that for like 20 years?
Well, I was in Chico for a few years, and but I wanted to come back home to Redding, so eventually transferred back to Redding. And that I was the Chico bureau at the time, which is now has an office and 3 or 4 people in it. At the time, I was one person working out of my apartment until I was able to transfer back to Redding, and then I did news for a while. I was just waiting, though, until I had the opportunity to do sports, and then when I was able to do sports, and then, for more than 20 years. And then, as we all know, the world is run by consultants, and consultants came in and said...
That's who's running the world. I didn't know.
Yeah, absolutely, because the consultants came in and said, forget about sports, it's all about weather.
Oh.
So that's one of the reasons we still have a lot of weather, and which is exactly the reverse of me. It's okay, it's raining outside. Good.
That's the weather.
Now let's watch the Giants game.
I did not think you were going to say the weather.
No, absolutely. But it's not as much as it was, not emphasized quite as much as it was. For a while, it was just severe weather all the time, and run for your lives. And
or storm of the year every year.
Yeah, or every week or something. Yes. So they told me at Channel 7 I could either do sports by myself or not, because there were 5 of us in the sports department at the time. I was a sports director, had another guy who did like the late news, and we had a couple guys in Chico, and then some people who would help out.
Do you feel like that's like how many people did the news has like compacted as
It
things
has,
have
but
changed?
not necessarily by design. We just can't hire anybody.
Oh, interesting.
I think there must be, there are fewer young people going into this line of work.
Or
So-
forgive me if I'm wrong. I feel like too, it's not the word I'm like. It's not usual that a newscaster would stay in an area like Redding for so long, because usually they want a trajectory that we're a market that's a pass through, right?
I sat by my phone for years waiting for ABC News to call, and it never happened.
Did you
so
really
here
though?
I
Did you
am.
want that?
No,
Or
no, no.